And hello everyone! Well, the second day has ended and it is also the last stage of the Grand Prix in Israel and the international tournament. Now there will be no competition with the top athletes before the Olympic Games. Girls have a little time to recover and make the finishing touches before Tokyo. Well, in this video we will find out how was the last day for gymnasts, what happened to NIKOLCHENKO and who took the gold. Well, before you start, according to tradition, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and you can use the link in the description to support the development of my channel with donation. I will be very pleased. On Saturday, July 17th, the second day of the international tournament was held, where gymnasts competed for all-round medals, and for gymnast performance at Grand Prix, there were finals of certain apparatus. The tournament was held for only 2 days, and I think specifically to recreate the atmosphere of the Olympics, when gymnasts perform with all 4 apparatus for 2 days. In January, now everything is probably aimed at preparation for Tokyo, and it's not surprising. After all, the start is the most important in the life of every athlete, and the Olympics in Tokyo are especially long awaited due to its postponement. But let's turn to the results. According to yesterday's tradition, we will start with the international tournament. Here, in principle, nothing surprising. USA gymnast Evita Griskinas won gold. In fact, she was the only gymnast of the world-class international tournament, so there are no questions. And then there are interesting things and future stars. So the gymnast of Belarus, Anna Kamenchikova, won silver, and since only one gymnast from country could climb the pedestal, the Israeli athlete Sonia Leifman won bronze. According to the scores, one more Belarusian gymnast, Arina Krasnovorskaya, is in the 3rd place. Also, the girls were awarded medals for certain apparatus. USA gymnast Evita Griskinas also took all gold here. She's preparing for Tokyo, so I think this is a good reward for her on the eve of an important start. Well, now to the results of the Grand Prix. Here, in principle, there's nothing particularly interesting in the places, but in any case, it's impossible not to discuss it. The final with a hoop was won by Lena, a gymnast of Israel. She scored 28 points and beat her closest rival by only 1/10. So Anastasia Salas became the second and Alina Garnasko the 3rd. Next in the final with a hoop in the 4th place are Nicole Zelkman, next Kristina Bagranичная, Fanny Pignitsky, Laura Zeng and Victoria Naprienko. One of the interesting things in the hoop, this is of course the situation with Vlada Nikolchenko. According to the scores, Vlada made it to the final from the all-round, but she didn't perform. There were a lot of thoughts during the competition, since Victoria Naprienko, who came to the carpet, was clearly not ready. She made mistakes and generally she looked lost. Initially, I had an idea that the replacement was made on purpose so that Victoria would run the programs before Tokyo, but for me, this thought seemed as strange as possible, as Irina Derugina could deprive her beloved pupil of the finals, but then everything fell into places. In fact, during the preparation, Vlada had a nosebleed, which is why she was removed from the competition, and then it's clear why Victoria was so confused, because she found out that she was going out for exercise with a hoop just in a few hours. In this case, it's very scary for Vlada. Apparently, due to an abrupt return with intense physical activities, the body negatively reacts to this. In general, I have already said that all of this reminds me of the situation with Sasha Soldatova when she was supposed to be the leader, but something was happening all the time. Truly, at that moment, we didn't know that Sasha had an illness, and who knows what Vlada is fighting now, but I hope everything will be fine, and if not the Olympics, then the World Cup in October will be for Vlada. The final with the ball was won again by Lena ASHRAM. Here Lena received a score that again exceeds 29 points, which, by the way, immediately raises question about the fairness and overestimation of the scores for Illinois. We have also discussed this many times, but once again, I will express my opinion that discussing the scores in terms of overestimation or underestimation is not a good thing, since we will not be able to do anything about it anyway, and here it is rather worth evaluating by complexity and visual purity. Was better not looking at the numbers. And in fact, if we take the main factors, that for Illinois this is a home tournament, and we all know that the loyalty at home tournaments, the second factor is that Illinois consistently and cleanly performs, so then there shouldn't be any question why she wins. Silver in the ball was won by Alina Garnasko, who also got a very good score, and Anastasia Salas became the 3rd. After her, Victoria Naprienko, Kristina Pogranichna, Nicole Zelikman, Laura Zing, Fanny Pignitsky. The final with the clubs was again won by Lena ASHRAM, silver by Alina Gornasko, and the bronze by Anastasia Salas. Then Victoria Naprienko, Nicole Zelikman, Laura Zing, Kristina Pogranichna, and Andrea Verdes. Well, the last apparatus is ribbon, and guess who won it? And let's say it all together. Lena ASHRAM, that's right, silver by Alina Gornasko and the bronze by Anastasia Salas. She is followed by Fanny Pignitsky, Zohra Akhamirova, Nicole Zelikman, Kristina Pogranichna, and Salome Pajava. Well, in the grouping competition, everything is also stable. In the finals, in both apparatus, the same podium. The gold for Israeli gymnasts, silver for Ukrainian team, and the bronze for Azerbaijani gymnasts. Well, this is where the competition came to an end. From the closest one, we have the Olympiad, and there will be definitely a lot of content before it. So we will definitely not get bored. And thanks to everyone who has been with me these 2 days. And remember that I love you all very much, and bye bye.